You are tuning in late to the apocalypse. Welcome to Brains, a D&D podcast. On with the show.
That was perfectly timed, well done. Can we start, please? Can we... ASMR. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to episode 1. We are starting on a very special cruise ship. This is the last completely safe cruise ship that is on its way to Australia. As you know, the world has been completely ridden. Nations have been taken down by the zombie apocalypse. And this cruise ship is the last safe cruise ship on its way to the last place that's not infected at all, which is the Aussies.
That's a lie.
So, will everyone tell me... I want each character to tell me how they got on this cruise ship. So, Ewan, how did you get on this cruise ship?
Right, so, me and a couple of my teammates from Lincoln and a couple of our friends from Macclesfield and Stevenage, we had all just finished the season, we were all just hanging out. Then the zombie apocalypse started.
Oh no.
And... no, I'm feeling a bit sad at the moment because a lot of my close friends have died. There is now only 16 of us left out of about I think
So sad.
40 or 50.
He can't do math.
Oi.
-6 to intelligence.
I mean, you're right, but oi.
I was going to do the math for you, but then I thought, you know what?
So yeah, when we're doing this, we're doing it in character, but not entirely in character.
Did we come up with reasons for this beforehand?
Yeah, but you know, we can improvise.
Yeah, I can't remember what
Danger Mike got on this. He doesn't know how. He woke.
There we go.
He was on the
He's gonna. He woke up on the cruise ship.
He was 100%
Charles, how did you get on this cruise ship?
Well, I was doing some clay pigeon shooting, and then I found out I couldn't quite leave my house because my mother and pops decided I wasn't allowed outside. Until one day, my butler, good friend of mine, he decided, you know what?
What's his name again?
Toby LaRoe, you know? He's a good friend of mine. And, yeah, we decided, let's go away for a bit, you know? There's a cruise ship, you can go outside, you can not be a dick. And, yeah,
Lovely.
I went straight to it, and now here we are.
Hamish, how did you end up on this cruise ship?
Well, it sounds to me like you're already Australian, so it makes sense.
I think my mum's dead.
That took a dark turn very, very fast. And I'm already losing my Scottish accent. This is dreadful.
You didn't have to hold it for the entire thing.
You've been too far south for too long.
You can also speak in third person, which is fine.
If he does it for the entire session, he gets a hero coin.
You did the accent, well done!
Can we make that canon?
You can act. Good job.
Okay, how did you get on the cruise ship, Hamish?
So, as you know, I started off in the Highlands. That's where my job is. That's where my haggis farm is. But, as you also know, the Highlands was one of the first places to get overrun. So, I've been following Weedlock this entire time. He's been leading me to this location because I'm not very smart. But Weedlock is the brains for me. He told me how to read. So he's been reading the signs and everything.
Weedlock can read.
Weedlock can absolutely read.
I'm allowing that.
And he holds a pencil in his mouth for when he writes. His writing speed is approximately 2
He can
words
write
per
as
year.
well. Right, lovely.
Right, he can write.
Okay.
So Weedlock eventually stopped and led me to this cruise ship. And then I had to pay my fee in haggis. I tried to pay my fee in haggis. They did not allow it, so I snuck onto the back.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Danger Mike, how did you end up on this cruise
Ladies
ship?
and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you know, I love danger.
So why are you on the ship?
This is the safest ship in the world!
Silence, young boy.
He's the danger with him.
Young!
Keep the danger with him.
As you know, being a A-list celebrity, I was kept in the safest of camps. But with all the safeness around, I got a little craving for danger. And so I climbed to the peak of Mount Everest and jumped off.
Is that how you lost the previous 2 ribs?
That's how we lost all the other ribs.
Unfortunately, I landed in a large pile of snow and dead bodies
Oh, no.
from previous dangerous stuntmen, such as myself. And so, being
that what happened
unconscious
to Danger
against
Dan?
my will, they took me away onto the safest place for treatment.
The cruise
I was against this! But alas, I'm dead.
Okay,
This is not going to go well.
right, let's get started. We are on the cruise ship,
Yes, we are.
and we're going to begin with Danger Mike. Danger Mike, you wake up very groggy, and immediately you notice something's off, because your partner/rival usually says, "Good, you're finally awake." But as you wake up this fine morning, you hear nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, something's strange.
Something's amiss.
Something immediately spikes inside of you, and you feel it.
I think it's drugs.
Danger.
It's my missing rib.
I sense something.
You get up from your bed, and you turn to the right, and you see your partner/rival, Trouble Todd, dead. His throat has been torn out, his bed sheets are all messed up, everything seems a bit messed up.
Danger Todd! Was that his name?
Trouble Todd.
Troubled Todd.
Troubled.
If there was danger amidst, why did you not wake me?
His wallet is on the floor, there's a piece of paper on the floor. Do you want to have a look around?
This shouldn't be a question you have to think about quite so hard.
I mean, you will have time to look at both.
Okay. I take a look at the paper.
You find a mysterious piece of paper which says Schedule Kill List. And at the top of the list, you see Todd Gold, 6:30. There's that piece of paper, and a list of names and times. Why don't you...
Why am I not on here?
That long pause just for that! Okay, the
Am
name...
I Danger Mike? Not worthy of killing?
He's not
So,
endangered, Mike.
on this list, you read it says Todd Gold, 6:30, Jerry Hornswoggle, 7:10, Igor Solikov at 7:50, Tobias Larone at 8:30, 9:10 and 9:40 are blank, and it says back to regular at 10:40, with some other writing that you can't quite make out because it's been ripped.
It seems, ladies and gentlemen,
Who are you speaking
that
to?
the ladies and the gentlemen, that whoever wrote this here mysterious kill list forgot to finish it. I will do the only kind of thing but fill it in for him. 9:10. Dean!
Okay, as you're reading this list, you hear a scuttling. Something very small just rushed into the room, and it's spazzing about the room, it's sniffing the dead body, and it's just screeching.
This looks like an opportunity for danger.
And Hamish, you come running in because Wee Jock decided to run for you. He smelled something, and you arrive in this room. You see Wee Jock clinging to this dead body, pointing at it, just like as if saying, "Look at this."
Please, Doc, come on. Those things have so much bacteria on them. You're a nightmare. I'm gonna have to scrub you again.
Do you have? Yeah. So you see the dead body, and
And
you
that
see
there is
Danger Mike
corpse.
holding that piece of paper.
Have I interrupted something?
Oh. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen.
Wee Jock climbs back into
My sporing.
into your like jumper or coat, whatever you're wearing.
It's a sport.
And he's like suddenly really excited, like clapping a little bit when Danger Mike says, "Ladies and gentlemen."
Yes, hello. I am Danger Mike. You may recognize me from such TV hits as The Danger Mike Show.
Oh,
That's it. That's it.
I've never had a TV. I've got no idea what you're talking about. But you do seem like one of those blokes who would be on there, so... Nice to meet you. My name's Hamish. I'm assuming you haven't killed this man.
Oh no.
I was really hoping you would.
If I didn't, would you attack me?
If you didn't kill this man?
If I did kill this man?
Danger Mike, do you want to show him the list?
Okay. Now, before I show you, to hype up the list, it was unfinished, so I made some adjustments.
Is this just shopping list or something?
Hamish,
God!
as soon as you look at this list, you recognize a name on there.
Probably God.
As your distant cousin, Jerry Hornswoggle.
I was going to say Igor Sologov.
And so you recognize his name, you know exactly who he is, because he's the very odd cousin who just sometimes shows up at weddings. You don't really know him, but you do know him.
Yeah, he plays
And-
this strange version of Eleanor Rigby every time, it's a nightmare. Just brings
Yeah,
his bagpipes along.
he's a rival Highlander, but he plays the bagpipes.
When people start playing the Beatles to bagpipes, honestly, you know the world's come to pot.
And you know that the last you saw him, he was flirting with the bartender in the bar
His
upstairs.
horns were definitely swoggling.
Oh, shit.
So, what do you two want to do?
I think we should definitely find Jerry.
Okay.
In that case,
Are
follow
you,
me.
are you two heading to the bar?
Actually, don't follow me, I've forgotten where we were. Follow Weejock.
Okay, so Weejock looks down from your shoulder and he leads you up the spiral stairs. You see this bar that you've probably seen before.
Weejock is my
And
pet haggis, in case you didn't
This
realise.
bar is fairly busy. It's like a cocktail bar. You see a very attractive bartender. She's got...
It's Jerry Hornswoggle.
Jerry is nowhere to be found, but it's the... Sorry for that cut.
Very welcome.
So yeah, as I
I mean, at
said,
least add everything. Right?
Jerry is nowhere to be found, but you do see the bartender at the bar serving just beer, random drinks to whatever people pass by. It's kind of busy. You're surrounded by these big open windows because you're on a very high part of the cruise ship, and you know for a fact that she works there 24/7 because you've all been to the bar and you've all drinks from her.
So does she
before.
not sleep?
Apparently not.
Okay. I think she's off us or something.
What do you want to do?
Don't worry. Shut up. Danger Mike is speaking. I am a master of persuasion.
Well, it clearly hasn't worked on me.
Fuck off.
No
Watch your
swearing!
profanity.
I mean, swearing's fine, but
Keep it to a minimum.
yeah.
I will ask this here fine maiden where Igor Solokov may have been.
Igor Solokov. We don't even have to worry about Igor Solokov for another 40 minutes.
Oh,
I think our first...
Jerry was okay.
I think our
Oh,
first
the time
Yeah,
right
we
now is around 9 o'clock.
The time right now is 9 o'clock. So everyone's... Hang on a second minute. Why is there a little love heart sign next to one of the names?
Don't worry about it. Okay, do you want to approach the bartender?
I should definitely...
Yes. I don't know what I said.
Okay, you come up to the bar, she looks at you, she's not impressed.
Straight away.
She will be.
And she just looks you up and down and goes, "What do you want?"
Hey, lady and lady.
How you doing?
I am not sure if you have noticed, but I am the great ex-pro stuntman.
Yeah, I don't care about any about
Danger Mike!
I don't care about any of that. You gonna buy a drink or not?
Did I ever tell you that You remind me a lot of my dead wife.
I don't think we have time for this.
As
my
I
cousin
said-
could be dead by now.
I don't care about any of that.
Well, maybe you'll care about the fact I'm going to die in 10 minutes. It says it right here.
Can you give her the list?
Yes.
Okay, she takes it from you. She clears her throat. What's this supposed to mean? Jerry Hornswoggle, Igor Solokov, Tobias Larone, and as she says that, Charles, sitting across the bar, you hear this name being said, which you haven't heard since he said goodbye to you for your cruise ship, and you hear this lady mention it.
I walk up to the bar.
Hey schmuck, what do you want? This guy's not ordering anything.
What did you say?
Tobias Larone, I saw that caught your attention. You know this name?
Yes, he is my butler. Where is he?
I don't know. I think
I'm slightly worried he's dead.
you know where his room is. You do actually know where his room is because you saw that he
Right.
got on the cruise ship.
Well, seeing as you are completely useless, I will be on my way.
You two, how do you respond
Hang on
to...
a minute there. Do you know where this man's room is?
Yes.
Do you fancy showing us? Because we're trying to work out who the hell is killing
Actually,
these
I'm
people.
gonna say it's about 7:30 right now, not 9.
This
So
may be a kill list. The first person on the list has been killed. The second person on the list is my cousin, and I'm extremely worried that he's gonna die.
Right.
hey,
Well,
Hornswoggle, I recognize this. She pipes up. This boy's been flirting me. Oh God, that accent. Flirting with me all night. Flirting.
When was the last time you saw him?
A couple hours ago, he went back to his room. 85.
Did he have anyone with him?
No,
Did anyone follow him?
not that I know of. So you
Do I know
know.
where his room is? Yeah.
But she just told you now.
Oh, okay.
So you know Jerry Hornswoggle's room is 85, and Charles, you know where Toby's room is. What do you do? Oh, you can have the list.
Let's split up and look for clues.
I don't know you.
Wait,
common
who's
folk.
so Jeremy research?
Yes. So
Well,
it's
because
currently
I'm a angry
7:30,
doesn't make me common.
and Jerry Hornswoggle.
Being common is a choice I've also made.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here are our choices. The time is currently 7:30. Jerry Hornswoggle supposedly died at 7:10. So do we save a potential victim, or see if this man is right?
We should check on. I think we should split up. I'm gonna go look for Jerry, and you two.
I'm going to find my butler.
Exactly. You find the bar wherever his name is.
Toby Larone.
So you going to Tobias's room, or are you checking on Jerry first?
I'm checking on Jerry.
Okay, are you all following Hamish and Weejob as they go find Jerry?
I'm finding my butler.
You can split from the party if you want.
Can we split up and look
Farewell.
for clues?
But now
Okay, Charles splits from the party.
I spit before I leave. Common folk.
You
Okay.
know nothing about personal hygiene.
Charles Charles rushes off to find Toby's room, but we're gonna go see what these two get up to first.
Oh no, Jerry, don't do this. Please don't.
So
Jerry's been
you
finished.
walk for about 5 minutes. You arrive
Wait,
at Jerry's
wait.
room.
It's too dangerous to go from the front door.
There's no back door. It's like a room. It's like a hotel.
Do you
You're on a
fan-
cruise
Oh
ship.
no, I know.
The window.
So
You're not getting in through the window.
Either way, I'm going in through the front door.
Will you hear me out?
No.
Wouldn't the window be a lot more dangerous?
As you
Alright,
arrive,
you can go
I
through the
can't
window.
shout without coughing.
as you arrive at the room, you notice the door is open slightly.
In that case, I'm definitely not going through the window.
Do you want to go in?
I'm going to. I've clarified to the others. I don't know whether you know. I want my weapon to be a caver, like one of the ones you toss in the Highland Games.
Right.
So I'm going to walk in, holding my caber out in front of me, getting ready to swing at anyone who comes near.
You open the door, and the room is
I kick
silent.
open the door.
I kick open the door.
Jerry's body is on the floor in
Jerry.
front of you. He has no trousers on. He's
Nice.
Hey, Jerry,
dead.
why?
And
Somebody's into that.
there's just a bunch of stuff on the floor. Do you want to investigate?
I'm going to first of all look at his body.
You
I
look
poke
at
his body with a stick.
look at his body.
I'm going to look for the wound.
There's a wound in his stomach.
I search his wallet.
It looks like it's been torn. His wallet is empty, but his credit cards are in it.
So clearly no one did this for money.
And he has a bite mark on his neck.
And he's dead.
He is dead.
He's dead with a bite mark on his neck.
Yes.
Can I
I
think...
think it's your, what was it you have?
Wheat dog, my haggis.
Yeah.
You're not accusing Wheat dog. He doesn't have teeth.
How do you know?
Well, what about these dentures I found?
Can you match the bite to his... Yeah, can you match the dentures to the bite mark?
You check it, it doesn't match.
Takes a chunk out of Jerry's.
It does now.
Weejock starts nibbling
I
sadly on
suggest you
Jerry's
get
nose.
everyone on the boat, and everyone takes a bite of him to see if their teeth fit the bite
We're
mark.
going to cut over to Charles.
It's how we get
Charles,
everything
you arrive at Toby's room, which happens to be very close by to Jerry's room. You knock on the door, and you just hear him. Hello?
Tommy, you've got to get going. Honestly, I think somebody's out to kill you.
What do you mean, my dear boy? He lets you in, and he looks like he's a bit shook. It's now 7:40, so after the time.
It took him 10 minutes to get to his room. Jesus.
Get a room.
There's these two odd-looking people, which one of them I can't understand. I think they're trying to
I'm not
kill
even sure
you.
which one
What
you
on
don't
earth
understand.
are you talking about?
They had this list of really poorly made paper. I think they're going to try and kill you. We've got to leave.
Do you want to roll an insight check? That's wisdom.
It is 15.
15. Oof. Not quite enough. You
Does he know anything?
You look at him, and for a second you thought he may have been averting your eyes, but he's acting normal. And he looks up and says to you, I've just been sitting in my room all day long. There's nobody coming to get me, my boy.
Toby, I really don't want to
My
do it.
dear boy, it's all right. Go grab yourself a drink. Don't be silly, boy. There's no murderers on this cruise. It's perfectly safe.
Okay.
Out of his jacket, he pulls out a Toblerone bar, gives it to you,
Oh, Toby.
Go on, my
you
boy.
know.
and he gives you £5 for a drink.
I embrace him.
He embraces you right back.
Oh,
I love you, my boy.
Toby.
And you exit the
I
room.
leave to go back to the bar.
Yeah, as soon as you exit the room, Hamish and Danger Mike, you guys exit the room. You see each other opposite ends of the corridor, and from the distance you hear shouting. But not really scared shouting, more cheering, as a horde of big, buff guys are cheering, seeming to be some sort of team. And you and your teammates are just running past this corridor, cheering and having fun.
How drunk are we?
You're fairly
drunk check.
drunk.
Fair.
I'll just take a look at this quick.
I must say, my brittle arms, I don't think I would be able to handle that such horde.
Yeah.
Ruffians.
Ne'er-do-wells.
New money.
You guys see that you missed one of the names. One of the names on the back of the sheet. You guys think it sounds familiar. It says, Ewan, why don't you tell us one of the names of your teammates and see which one it is?
Oh no. It says Kai. Kai Wen.
Kai Wen. So you guys see there's an appointment with Kai Wen plus 2 others on this list. Well, not an appointment, it says the name. And while Ewan... Not really. While Ewan and his 2 friends are past, they're like, hey dude, where's Kai Wen? I haven't seen him in ages.
Hey, Ali, you seen Kai?
Bro, what's his room number?
Number 9, like his shirt for the club.
Number 9, right. And you guys are running past. Do you guys say anything to these guys? They mentioned one of the names on the list?
No.
I'm just gonna watch them go past.
Well, they just mentioned one of the names on the list. They're clearly friends.
Is Kai Wen on the list?
Yes. I just forgot to add it.
I mean,
What time is Kai Wen on the list?
After
Is
Tobias
he before or
Larone.
after God?
He's after Tobias Larone.
That means he can still be alive.
yeah, but they do seem rather annoying. I doubt
Yeah,
anyone
but so
on
do
this
you,
ship
so
would be.
I'm just trying to work out what my best option is here.
You have like 10 seconds to decide because they're about to run past.
Okay, I'm gonna join them.
You're going to join them in the cheer.
I'm just gonna keep running with them, just like run alongside them.
You see this plump, hairy man with what looks
With a
like
kid under his
a
arm.
demented little creature on his shoulder following you.
You're right, mate?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. How are you?
Well, you know, little tipsy. Been at the bar since midnight.
Oh dear.
Looking for my mate Kai. You seen him? You know, he's about 6'2", 6'1", about 170 pounds.
So
Chinese, pretty obvious.
So half
who
a
he is.
caber? I'm gonna say he's half a caber. Okay, that. I don't think that really makes a difference. The point is,
Wait.
we found a kill list, and 2 people are already dead, including my cousin, and Kai Wen is also on there.
Who want to kill Kai? He's like the nicest guy I know. He's my best mate. He looks like this. You seen him? You seen him? You seen him? You seen him?
You show
I
them
haven't seen him.
photo of Kai Wen.
You seen him?
Yeah, I've seen him.
Oh, you've
So,
seen him?
Ewan, you know exactly where Kai Wen's room is, and
Yeah,
you
it's
see
number 9.
these 3 guys. They all look a bit shook. The guy referred to as Mike looks like he's just really desperate for something right now.
You look familiar.
The fancy guy with them looks just slightly concerned, on edge. And this plump Highlander is just
Very
talking
out
to
of
you.
breath.
Do you want to lead them to where Kai Wen's room is?
In a second, I'd just like to... You look familiar. Are you like one of those stuntmen guys? Don't know Mike.
That is I. No, I know you're in a bit of a hurry to save your friend.
No, I thought all your stuff was staged.
What? What did you just say?
I didn't lose all these ribs to be called a fake.
Ewan, I'm going to need 2 more names, along with Kai Wen. Ones that are of lesser importance.
Okay, well, actually, I was wondering, if you haven't seen Kai, maybe you've seen some other teammates. Stefan Mensa, he's 6'3", he's from Africa, he's from the Ivory Coast. I think that's in Africa?
Well, you know where Kai's room is, and you know these guys are following this, so do you maybe want to go with them?
I mean, you got nothing better to do.
You guys gonna follow this guy to Kai Wen's room? Get to the bottom of this?
I don't see why not.
I was going to go to the bar, but this seems rather intriguing.
Yeah, we also need to find Stefan.
You feel the danger in your goosebumps, Mike. You desperately want to follow this.
I lead the charge.
You don't even know where the room is.
But I lead the charge.
Just run straight past it.
Okay,
I kick down every room door.
Mike kicks down.
For room 9.
Mike kicks down a bunch of doors, gets shouted at by an old lady, by a half-nude showering man. Danny DeVito's in one of those rooms. He throws a glass bottle at you. You take 1 damage.
So anyway, I started throwing.
I'm kidding. You don't have to take that. Oh yeah, we should probably go out of rubbers for this, but it's fine. Combat won't start till later. You
No,
guys
that's not
arrive
backwards.
in Kaiwen's room, and you know for a fact that Kaiwen went in there with two of your friends, whose names I've forgotten. Who are they?
Stefan Menzer and John Thomas.
You arrive at the room, and you see the time has flown past. It's already way past the time it says on the list,
Or not.
and the door is slightly open.
Right, Kai's pretty precautious when it comes to like closing stuff. He definitely wouldn't leave this open. I slowly open the door.
You opening the door
As you slowly
slowly.
opening the door, I kick it down.
The speed at which you open the door doesn't make a difference. As you see the three bodies, one on the bed, one with a head in the toilet, and one just sprawled out on the floor.
Oh my! Which one's Kai?
The one with his head in the toilet.
Oh no! I rush over to him.
Do you want to check their bodies?
I'd like to check Kai's.
Okay.
We give him an honourable flushing.
You see.
No!
You see Kai's clothes have been ruffled. He's got a bite mark on his arm. He looks like his throat has been torn out.
Kai, no!
However, since the time has passed, this was quite a while ago, you notice that these bodies have bullet holes in their heads, unlike the other bodies.
Who would do this?
And on Kai's
Oh.
body, you see a little piece of paper. And you see the next appointment. It's got the room numbers on it. The next appointment on the list, which you could almost make it in time for, is a man called Igor Solikov, which you don't know of. And it's just a piece of paper which looks like it's been torn from the general list.
Hey,
God, it doesn't fit.
What does it say? You put the two pieces of paper together.
Okay, who here can read?
I'm gonna be honest, mate, not me.
Weejock climbs up Ewan's back, takes a look at the piece of paper.
So, I'm gonna need one of you to read because I kind of dropped out of school when I was.
Charles, do you want to have a look at what it
Six.
says?
Back to regular rooms. On stage at 10:40. Jerry, 54. Todd, 112. I sound like I'm doing bingo. Tobias, 11. Igor, 225. And last guy, but it's crossed out at 152.
So the lead you
Two
have
sitting
right
ducks,
now is
20.
Igor's room. That's all you have to go on.
So what's the time right
Do you
now?
want to have a look around the room, specifically any parts?
I'm just in shock at the moment.
Can we just-
Kai's dead. He's been with me since I was 4.
Like, do you want to check
Can we
the
check
bed?
this entire room?
I'll
Just
have a look.
You have to
basic
tell me what
investigation.
parts you check.
No one cares.
He's in the toilet, therefore I'm
He's
gonna
in
have to look
shock.
at.
It's like,
I'm gonna have a look
Like
at the
in the
bathroom.
corner.
I'm gonna have a look at the bathroom.
It's like, get
On the
over it.
bathroom, you see what looks like as if someone has
The
tried
bathroom
to
with
write
highlights
something in lipstick on the mirror, but it's just like scribbles, but you recognise it's lipstick.
Someone's tried to write
Scribbles?
something.
I can read.
can
I
I
can
try
read
and
scribbles.
read
That's all I can write.
You can make me a perception check, but it'll be very difficult to read.
Can we
Right,
get you
okay,
in to
what's-
try and read it if that's what
Well, hold on, who's got best charisma?
We can get Weejock to try and read it.
Can we get me to try and read it?
It's a
Yeah,
double-sided
you can.
mirror.
You can roll for Weejock trying to read it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
punch
Right.
it.
Are we
Come on,
all trying to
Jockey.
read
Come on,
it?
Jockey.
Yeah,
Work with me here.
do like insight, which is like
What's
wisdom.
Weejock's charisma?
Wait, insight, is that...
It's wisdom, I think.
oh, okay,
Insight.
wisdom.
While they're doing this,
Okay, I
I'll
got-
check the other bodies.
Yes.
I got-
Have they all been
Shout out
killed
to
in
the
the
two
same way?
crew.
I got, I got
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, so the other bodies are the
Right,
same. Their
check it.
clothes are a bit
17.
torn, a bit opened. They've got bite marks on them and bullet holes in the middle of their foreheads.
God, not you two as well.
The little holsters. Where's the gun? That's why I'm
What
curious.
did you guys get?
I
on
got
the-
17.
I got
and he
two.
got 2.
2.
Okay, with a 17, you can make out XOX, and then it says BBY with a letter. So you can figure out that is meant to say XOXO baby.
I'm not quite sure what this means. Is this some sort of slang?
Did Kaiwen have any significant others on this? By that I do mean plural.
No, the 16 of us players, we all got on together, no.
You are each other's significant others.
No,
Do you know what that
no
message
family.
means?
We are each other's family, basically.
Do you know what that message means?
Sorry to interrupt you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But being in the danger business, I happen to know some things that you may not. And the code XOXBABY happens to be a code for when there is a double-sided mirror, and the friends of whoever wrote it want to know.
Do you want to check if there's a double-sided mirror?
I'm not even going to check. I smash it with my forehead. I have a helmet on. No need to fear.
Since when did you pick the helmet?
I've had it this whole time.
Oh, how fashionable.
You smash your head into the mirror, you take 2 damage.
Lovely
It's not a
jumping.
double-sided mirror.
God, that's...
Can everyone give me a
My
perception
hooligan.
check?
Perception.
Which one? What's
D20.
perception? What's perception?
18.
Perception's not a stat, it's just a general
Oh,
one.
20.
12.
No, 20.
Nat 20,
4, I'm still in shock.
Danger Mike, your head whips round to the bathroom door as you hear a faint moaning and what sounds like just a soft bumping on the door.
Nice.
I smashed my head.
I smashed my head into the door.
I haven't noticed it because I'm still definitely in shock because 3 of my best friends have just been killed.
Before you go and do something idiotic again, where is the gun?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious
There's no
about.
gun.
Huh.
So,
Why would they leave the gun?
whoever finished it the month.
Well, I'm assuming. Oh, of course, yeah.
The
I would
rooms that
assume
seem
it
at least
was a
style.
suicide. Well, I'm a
Right.
bit puzzled.
As you hit this door,
Oh, did
you
I
see
do that?
it
Okay.
wasn't entirely closed. You swing and you hear a thwack as you hit something, and you hear this voice go, "Oh, that hurt!" And
Close the door
it
again.
you
slowly.
recognize this voice as one of your teammates, Song-Soo Rim.
Shit! Song!
I closed
He's
the door again slowly.
he is incredibly
I-
drunk.
Mate, you know you don't hold your liquor well. Stop drinking. I know
He
we're
seems-
probably never going to play another game of football, but please.
He seems uninjured, and as you walk up to him, he just puts his hand on your face, and he goes, "Oh, Veronica," and passes out.
His whole hand just covers, because he's the goalkeeper, his whole hand just covers my face. Okay, mate.
The bartender.
So the only
Bartender.
lead,
I think the bartender's called Veronica.
Oh, the bartender? Oh, I was chatting her up earlier.
so
Not you as well.
What is her name?
the lead.
Can I roll to
Very
try and remember
quickly
her
got
name?
over his friend's
Yeah, you can roll a memory check. That's just your intelligence.
Oh, shit.
Do I get even more minus because I'm drunk? Do I get...
Robert.
You know, just because you mentioned it, yeah, roll it with a -1.
Oh, so I have -7 on this?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, so... That is a -5.
The bartender's name, Igor Sokol.
He was called Barry.
Isn't that 20?
Yeah,
You went
Barry.
You do not remember anything correctly.
He was called Barry.
So you guys,
She was called that.
you look at these bodies, bullet holes in their heads, just a mess of a room, and you know the room of the supposed next person, Igor Solikov.
He goes to poke his finger in the hole. I go to smack him away from doing that. Those are my friends.
Before we go and do some more vigilante stuff, surely there should be someone we should speak to about this.
No.
There have been several deaths,
You can trust
and
me.
we're just strolling around. I'm not a private detective.
I'm used to almost
Do
dying.
we know where the headquarters of this?
Do you guys all... Charles, do you want to give me an insight check since you're being clever?
Was is that just anything?
Wisdom.
5.
5. You think about it for a moment. You think about the things around you. And you just go, nah. Hamish, you're fairly wise as well, so I'm going to let you do an insight check. Danger Mike, you're just a bit too excited to
Do I
think
roll the
about
dice?
it. And Ewan, you're a bit
Do I
devastated.
roll the dice first?
Yes.
Leading
it's
on your
wisdom.
head.
That would be a 6.
Oh, no.
You look around, you're super thoughtful, as if some thoughts coming to you.
I stroke my
Nothing.
ginger beard.
So what are you guys going to do? You have a room number, and you have a name, which you know nothing of.
Igor Sokolov.
We have like no information.
But you have his room.
Free, my friend.
You know
Well,
where
I
his room
suppose
is.
we're going to have to go
Do
and
we have his
explore
room?
this room.
I
Would
say
you like to
we
come
go
with,
every
or would you
door.
like to be sorrowful and generally useless?
Well, staying here's not going to bring him back. Might as well come with you guys. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, you all set out to
I don't like
Igor.
social interaction.
You set out to Igor
Say
Solokov's
something.
room.
Should we not inform
And,
Frankenstein first?
You walk into his room, and just the same as all the others, he's dead. However, he's laid out peacefully on his bed, his arms by his side, his eyes closed, and with a clean bullet hole in his head.
Okay, so they're not biting people. Is there no bite on him?
You can check.
I'm going to check for the bite.
There is a bite on the side of his neck.
This looks
Alright.
different to how my friends died.
There is also a bite on his cheek.
There's been no struggle.
There's been no struggle whatsoever.
Well,
Vampires!
the room is a bit messy. Are there any places in the room you want to check? There's it's kind of like a small square room. You've got cupboard, you've got a wardrobe, you've got the bed with the window.
I'm
there.
going to check the bed and see whether there's anything under him.
Is the bite like...
Right under him, under the covers, you search there, and there's a pair of women's underwear.
I think everyone's
was that
having an
chick's
affair
name?
with the same woman,
Do you want
and
to?
she's killing them all.
Do you want to look at his body?
I'm
Try
gonna-
look at
Wait
the
a
bite.
minute.
Can I see whether he's wearing
I've
clothes?
got it!
Do you want to?
Professor!
Eureka!
Hamish, why don't you give me an investigation check with advantage?
We don't need that.
Investigation.
Could I give you?
Oh,
an
hallelujah!
investigation?
That's
Yeah.
wisdom. 12. Let's try a second. 19 plus.
That's good
5.
enough.
No, 19 plus 3. That's 20.
Okay,
22.
Ewan-
On the bite.
You look at the bite.
Is it like multiple teeth, or is it just like fangs almost?
It looks
It's
like
a
a
human
human
mouth.
bite,
So multiple
but it
teeth.
looks like you look at the two bites. The one on the neck looks like a very faded, like a very subtle, soft human bite, but the one on the cheek looks deep and it's gone into the skin.
Okay.
However, Hamish, when you look through his body and his clothes, in his jacket, you find a slip, a pink slip that says
He
deadly.
got a detention.
It-
I remember those from when I was still at school.
It says Deadly Bite Strip Club, Deck 3, open 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Additional breakfast buffet available 6 to 10 a.m.
But is it a voucher or is it just a leaflet?
It's like a little slip. Almost like a business card.
Is there a coupon on it?
I can't believe you got this laminated.
Can I do some research?
I think. First
What,
of
like
all,
a memory check? See if you know anything about that?
Yes.
Is this AM or
Yes,
That's what I
roll,
meant.
just roll like a memory check.
Does that have any factors on?
No, just give me like a memory check. Just
15.
like- you haven't been to this, but you know what it is. It's just it's like a nightclub / strip club that you know is upstairs on the cruise ship. It's quite
I've
fancy.
been to this.
James Mike, you've been there. You've had a fun
I
time.
think
were
we
made-
should
we were
ask
going
who's been there.
together.
Yeah,
Since-
half the lads gone
Since
yet.
none of you are physically connecting the clues I've put out, everyone roll me perception.
I'm just thinking about how me and all of the lads
wait,
are
what's
going to go
perception
out
under?
tomorrow night.
Wisdom.
We were
18
going out tomorrow
with
night.
modifiers.
13.
You're gonna go.
Gonna go.
Ewan was gonna go.
I'm so distracted.
Me and Kai were going to go tomorrow night.
Ewan is sad because they were gonna go. Give me a perception check, Ewan as well.
5!
Okay, Hamish with an 18. You make the link in your head, the fact that this is a strip club, there are dancers, and you remember that on the list it says on stage at 10:40.
It's one of the dancers. And I've got a hunch her name is Veronica.
I thought it was like Harry or something.
You check the
Did you say
time.
Barry?
Yeah, it's Barry.
Quite a lot
Yeah,
of
the bartender, Barry.
yeah. Quite a lot of time
The
has
only woman on the
passed.
ship.
Yes.
It's
What's the
now.
time now?
It's 10:20. You guys have been doing this for
Tobias
quite a while.
Laron is probably dead.
I need to check on Toby.
You checked on him earlier. You checked on him
I
after
did.
the time it says on the sheet, and he was fine.
Do you think it'd be worth checking again?
You
What
can
if it
go
means
back and check
tomorrow
on him.
night? Wait, we need to check on God.
You alright up
I
there?
must check on Toby.
Okay. You all of you follow Charles as he adamantly leads you to Toby's room. You open
I
the
want to
door,
go check on
and
some of my
he's
other
sitting there
teammates.
watching TV. Another cut again because I think I just need to increase the time that the laptop stays on. Okay, so as
Also,
I was
what's it
saying,
I can't believe you printed this out.
I know we've got a laminator. I love doing.
Were your
this.
parents very confused?
Yes. Okay, so Charles led you adamantly. You arrive at Toby's room, you open the door, and he's alright. He's like, oh, hello, my boy. Have you made some friends?
No, they're merely just following me around.
I see. As per the usual.
Toby,
As they're,
have you had too many of those chocolates again?
Indeed I have.
Oh,
as they're distracted in witty banter, I sneak into his pocket and steal his money.
Do a sleight of hand check.
What's that?
That's
I bet-
stealth, which is dexterity.
20. plus 3, 23.
can I?
And that's only matters.
With a nat 20, you rob him blind.
You
have
take his
his
entire
wallet.
bank account.
You've got his contactless credit card that has around £10,000 on it.
You did this in the last campaign, Temple.
Yeah, you fucking.
Nobody notices.
I knock him out. Chuck him out the ship.
So I just.
I try and rob Danger Mike after I see him.
You don't see him. You rolled a nat 20. He did it swiftly. Nobody saw him.
And I run
Charles,
away.
if you want,
Can I
you
run
can.
away?
You can do a perception check to see if anything's wrong with Toby.
13. Wait, is there anything else? Wisdom?
13 plus 1.
14.
14.
13 plus 1, 15.
Yep.
15.
He rolled poorly enough that
Oh,
you can
15.
you can see he's averting your eyes and he seems he's hiding something from you.
Toby,
Yeah. Yes, Charles. What is it, my boy?
what are you doing?
Do you want to question him?
Yes.
He just did.
It's nothing, Charlie, my boy. It's nothing
Toby,
at all.
I know you. That is not nothing.
You see he looks down, all embarrassed. I didn't go through with it, you know.
I know.
I
what
may
you're
have
doing.
ordered a special dancer lady, but as soon as she walked through the door, I said, "Oh, I can't do this," and I gave her a penny for her troubles, and she left.
What was her name?
Toby.
Do you want to roll an insight check to see if he's telling the truth?
Do I have any modifiers?
Wisdom.
What was her name?
6.
I'm going to make this an opposed one.
Right.
He rolled a nat 1. You can tell he's telling the truth,
Okay.
even with
Can
a
I
6.
ask what her name was?
What was it? It's a very nice name. Miss
Barry.
Veronica, I believe.
Emphasis on the.
Emphasis
You-
on the
That is
you-
intriguing.
You and Toby.
As we've been having a problem recently where this one Veronica seems to be killing people.
Oh, tired of
Force them without me!
Killing people?
Oh, shit.
Were you supposed to be the fourth guest?
I
in the fourth
must
and they had to get Veronica
request
instead?
that you have nothing to do with this lady anymore.
No, he just invited Stephanie.
Okay,
Stephanie.
Toby. I promise. I'm ever so sorry. Wait a
Gosh,
minute.
I-
My name's Toby. I'm so sorry, Charles, my boy. I promise.
I know you. I know.
It
you
shall not
forget
occur
things.
again.
But wait a minute, I already asked her hand in marriage.
I'm already having a child.
Okay, so you guys, it's 10:35, and
Morning or evening?
all you have evening,
Evening.
We should probably check to see.
I woke up.
and
It's
your
not
lead
looking
right
way
now
to go.
is the nightclub, as the sheet says that the show starts in 10 minutes.
We
Lads,
should-
lads, lads, down to the nightclub.
We should head to that adult place.
I sprint through the walls. I'm so excited.
Danger Mike sets off with amazing speed, and you all struggle to follow him.
I want to go find my teammates and tell them what happened.
You sure? Because there's 5 minutes until this show starts.
They deserve to know what happened.
Okay.
Right.
Wait,
Before you
wait,
do
I have
that,
one.
please listen to me. We should probably...
Maybe.
Exactly.
If
This
I
is why I'm
remember what you just
explaining
told
it.
me.
You're an idiot. Anyway, we need to solve the problem before it happens to more people. Then afterwards, feel free to tell everyone.
Also, Ewan, you know for a fact that their names weren't on the list, and they were all having a party downstairs in one of the very tightly packed rooms. So you know they're all right.
I like how it is.
Please, for once in your life, make an educated decision.
Fine. Leon and Ellie are there, I guess. They can keep everyone safe.
The sexy zombie.
Okay, you guys arrive. Shh. You guys arrive at the nightclub. It's
Spooky.
Bird!
It's Father
yes.
Christmas.
So seagulls sometimes
You heard about the strip.
like pick at the top of the chimney and stuff falls down.
Where the ho ho ho?
You guys arrive at the nightclub. It's 10:40. The stage is empty. It's packed with lots of very excitable, mostly older men. The lights flash. You hear some music starting and some announcer over the speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, our star of the night, Veronica.
I push him
And,
off the stage and show him how it's done.
She hasn't walked on the stage
All
yet.
the boys and girls.
When I
Okay, so you see this very, very pretty girl. She looks.
You can't deceive me.
She's fairly young. She's busty. She's evidently
Calm down.
not very. She's strutting and she starts dancing as accompanied by all the cheers from the guys in front line. Everyone, as you look at her, give me perception checks.
1.
15.
14!
8.
I am
I finally rolled
distracted
a
by
good
those
number.
great
With a
knockers.
15 and with a 14-15, you guys notice there is a bite mark on her butt.
Kiki.
I like how you instantly
However,
notice, you're like,
with a 15, you recognize that this isn't just a regular bite mark. You know what this bite mark means.
Is she a heckin' zombie?
And since you rolled so well on the perception, why don't you be the first to roll initiative?
Right, I rolled a 14. Do I just notice the bite?
Yeah.
Can I walk up to her and start flirting with her?
Yes, you can.
I was going to
Sweet.
suggest that one of us
So-
holds a private audience with her.
I've got the
so we
best
can get her
charisma.
separated.
Let's go,
and then,
boys.
Then as soon as she walks in, then
So
everyone's
now
just
Beat
gonna
it to a
go,
pulp.
you get
like-
this initiative roll to see if you get a surprise round.
I
in
know
what
this
might
is down
happen.
across my lips.
15. Plus no modifiers.
15. Okay. Do you want to do anything before anyone else can?
Okay.
You notice that she's got this bite mark. You know what it means. Do you
I'm
want to do
thinking I
anything?
might request a private audience with her later.
I barge past him and just go start flirting with her.
In the middle of the stage.
you
I know, I just walk up to her. I'm not on the stage, but I'm
You're just like
talking.
leaning on the table.
you
Yeah.
push Hamish
I
out the
jump on
way.
the stage.
You
and
start flirting with
This is
her.
not. It's you in time.
Roll
baby.
me a charisma check.
Oh, with pleasure. I'm guessing, is this persuasion?
No, it's just like a general charisma. It's charm.
It's intimidation.
So that's 11.
That's not gonna do it. She is not impressed. In fact, she's so unimpressed. She looks at you and you see her eyes whiten. Her pupils disappear. Her neck cracks back. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh dear.
Boys, it didn't work yet!
Hello, they. Damn it.
This is a attractive bad. Boys, I don't think
Well.
she's human.
Wait, have I already rolled initiative?
No, you're rolling again.
Oh, 15!
I-
What thing is that? Is that
I don't
Dex?
think it's anything.
That's just initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got 15?
But you
Yeah,
get advantage
9.
on all initiative rolls.
Oh, do I?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can go again.
How long did you get?
11.
I forgot about that. 14.
14. Danger Mike gets 14.
So I'm currently moving first?
And
Depends on the.
Depends on.
The opponent.
yes.
I am
So
moving first.
you see she crackles and
Does
you
she-
hear a sound you've heard many times before.
The sound of cracking
That
ribs.
wasn't sexy. Zombies in our campaign can talk slightly. And as you roll initiative, that's where we're going to end session 1.
Oh,
At the beginning of combat.
very nice.
Just in time for Pete's.
Gore, blimey.
Should be arriving any day.
Yeah, it should.
Gee willikers!
I already have a thought for how I'm going to finish it.
She says that wasn't very intentional. I wanted to record with.
Oh, maybe
For you.
I'm thinking Kane would be like, how do I dance in this hole?
So, yeah, that's session 1. Well done, everyone.
Oh dear. How to break your audience's ears.
There's a very big spikes on the audio.
Headphone warning!
Get away from the mic. Right, what do you guys think? Is that... How are we feeling?
I am excited.
I'm
Look
just
at all the
them out
struggle.
Wait, I have come across something though. If I am to use mainly ranged weapons, what can I do here? Do I just pull out a gun?
You'll see, so, you'll be...
1% represent.
Toby,
I just
give me my
realised.
hunting
Do I
rifle.
even have a weapon stick? I don't think I do.
No.
Whenever you
Do I have a
engage-
motorcycle?
I know in like
No.
Fun Facts Are Tintin, one of the baddies had a like
I have
he could
my
unshoot his
fists.
walking stick, it was like this rope here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe it's
Whenever
just a
you
gun.
engage in
Let-
combat, you need
let's
to
leave
say
it-
1%
let's leave the
represent.
episode. Let's leave the episode there for now, and then we can keep talking about this after. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We don't have any sponsors yet, but that's episode 1 of
Thanks to
Brains.
NordVPN for non-sponsoring this video.
Raid Shadow Legends!
If we have to cut that, we will. Thanks for listening. We hope you tune into the rest of the podcast. It will be as shaky as it is now. It will get better later on. We will learn how to play.
We will learn
And
how
if
to
we
edit.
don't, we will try. So,
Hi, Miles!
goodbye, everyone.
Miles, you're the only one listening. Hey, mate.
Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye!
Fuck you, Miles.
Arrivederci.
Farewell!
Bye.
We are.
No.